help me welcome to the stage Powderkeg Productions. Show us your character, poetry. Come on, I'll bring it to the stage. Come on. Yes. Woo-hoo.
Hi, y'all.
Hi.
So tonight what you're going to see is a series of characters come up and perform poetry as if at an open mic.
Yes. He's going to get our first performer. I'm your host. Welcome to our House of Poetry. If you've never been to one of these, here's how you do poetry. If you like what you hear, go. 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 Oh, yeah. It's very sexy. Up first, speaking of sexy, we have Mr. Alan Goldwood, a 44-year-old accountant, here to share his life.
The poem that I want to read to you today: despite my merit raise, I'm still just a dad in a cage. I've got a 401k, still not enough pay. Is that the love of my life? Nope, just my naked wife. With a guy named Bernard, whom we paid to take care of the yard. I guess when I said clear the weeds, he heard take care of my wife's sexual needs. Stay together for the kids. Please don't bring up what I did. That's her. They kept fucking. Kids, that's another joke. If I stop buying them things, they may slit my throat. My 11-year-old told me yesterday at dinner that I had bitch tits and smacked him. And I still let him eat dessert. These kids don't respect. I'm telling you, they don't give a heck. Nana died. She was 88. The oldest boy asked, what makes her so great? Seriously, when I told him that she died, my 11-year-old said, which one's that? Is that the nutsack in the wig? These kids! Work is a whole other story. 17 years, still no glory. My boss puts me down, treats me like trash. Too afraid to quit, that it might be too rash. Sometimes I think when I lay on my bed, what would 10-year-old me think if we were to meet head to head? I'm afraid to know, and I'm afraid what will be said. You're what happens to me? I'd rather be dead. I don't blame him. Thank you very much. Very respectful.
Wow. Such bravery. I forgive the clapping, but you might be new at this. Next up, we have our longtime friend, comfortable like an old shoe, that classic font that only people using Word for the very first time find exciting, the font Comic Sans, here to perform their piece, what it's like to be Comic Sans.
Hi. Hi. I'm Comic Sans. This is my first time doing an open mic, so I'm a little nervous. I'm going to lose the hat. It's inauthentic. My poem is called What It Is Like to Be Comic Sans. What is it like to be Comic Sans? Well, you don't have much fun. You don't have many friends. What is it like to be Comic Sans? Everyone drives a Mustang, and you drive your mom's old van. how would I know what it's like to be Comic Sans? Well, that's because I was born one. Comic Sans I am. There's not much to be done. You're just dealt your cards. I'm a pretty lame font. My life will always be hard. I'm not good at much, as you can tell by this poem. It's not written very well and barely rhymes. So anyway, I still get a lot of attention somehow. I guess you can be so bad at things that people are amused. It's not anyhow. When I was a kid, a font size of 8, I had a crush. I had a crush on a font that I asked on a date. So attractive and confident, that Hightower text. They said no in front of everyone at recess. Another time I thought I was making a friend, and then I realized it was the Joker man. He and his gang poured red shading all over me out of a 2D paint bucket and laughed so hard they peed. So what is it like to be Comic Sans? It pretty much sucks, and life it sucks. Sometimes people still choose me for flyers, like bingo night at the VFW, or part-time work, $15 an hour for hire. And I think to myself, wow, things are looking up. Until someone walks by and laughs and says, those joke signs are hilarious. Anyway, one day, all I really want is a love to call my own, my one true love font. I really went big on the playground that day, asking out the type of the town instead of maybe just trebuchet and MS. I haven't given up hope, though I probably should, because I am Comic Sans, and I honestly couldn't think of a last line. I'm sorry. Thank you.
So good, Comic Sans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the stage the Countess.
Hello. I'm very happy to be here to do poetry for you. I'm doing it in the form of my dear departed friend, Mr. William Shakespeare. I ask, why do you mortals not accept when I, my aching heart within my hands, say I go bloodless, cold, undead, a wretch, do simply seek one who would understand that even cold, dead hearts need affection. But those gatekeepers of sweet, longed-for love refuse to see past my grave affliction. Oh, woe is me! I will a heart to move for me in compassion. I ask you, so, what will it take to get me laid? My standards are ridiculously low. I've tindered, bumbled, and offered to pay. Dear, come close. Let not my teeth affright thee. 'Tis thy manhood I crave, and not to bite thee. No?
Thank you, Countess. All right, next up, your neighborhood mailman.
Each day, every day, I deliver but whenever I drop off a package, I question if I'm really alive. Sometimes it's a smile, a nod, or a wave, but I don't even expect you to know my name. But is it so much to ask to be addressed by Mr. Mailman and not, hey, you're the mail guy? It's the little things and the big things. I don't take my job lightly. I know how your life's going, but still just ignore and walk by me. When you thought there was an error and your day was made, and you found out that somehow your phone bill got paid, that was me. And next week you'll most likely forget. And it's okay, because I don't care that my bills are why my wife left. I just wish things were different, you know? When I signed up for this job, this is not how I thought it would go. In my head, I pictured driving down the street, trading smiles and hugs with all the people I meet. That's not the case. No one notices me. And what's worse, I don't even get any credit. Without me, all those gifts you ordered for your kids, they wouldn't get it. And don't even get me started on Santa Claus. I really just don't get it at all. I leave the gifts safely outside the house. And still they love the guy that's breaking the law. I digress. Look, all I'm trying to say is to try and see things from my kind of way. I'm not just the guy that drops things outside your door. Not just any mailman. I'm yours.
Please welcome to the stage once again the Countess.
I feel I must apologize, my dear. I've come across unintentionally that talk of sex and lust most ungenteel. I shall approach you most delicately. For when I passed your padded station seat, oh, my lifeless heart knocked at my dusty bones, and I straightway knew that we must soon meet. So I sat down to write for you this poem. A reformed vampire I am become. See what thy inspiration hath wrought. Guy in the middle third row. My endless devotion yourself hath caught. So I'll be waiting in the lobby, dear. You'll not lose me in life or death.
Very excited about the next poet. You may have seen her on her very popular Instagram. This is her first time performing in public. Please, everyone, snap for BF.
I watched the sunrise, stretched my arms and legs into the warmth, enjoyed the blood coursing through my veins. Today is the day. Doors part for me like the Red Sea. Others stare at me, but my focus is on one thing. I walk down the aisle. I cannot contain my smile. Memories of laughing are flashing, softness and warmth, pressed together, willing to weather whatever. I reach, we meet, sparks fly, I nearly cry. We hold each other closer than two sides of a twist tie. Ow, I love you so. Oh, sourdough. Oh, me, oh, my. Oh, wheat, oh, rye. How could the earth have gotten you right on the first try? I am wholly in love with the grain. With you, I feel no pain, only comfort in the morning. Buttered slices I am always adoring. Oh, oats, this is your ode. Now, it is time I propose a toast. Let us raise a glass to carbohydrates, a product of the ground which makes no mistakes, versatile, always guaranteed to make you smile. Wheat thin or wheat thick, in my eyes, you'll never go out of style. And now I can cart you away from this place. A familiar chime and a grin grows on my face. Tonight is the night. Finally, for the first time, I will gently remove that plastic pillowcase and nuzzle my loafing lover right against my face.
Put your fingers together for Private Eye, David James. Great hat.
I don't get out much. I keep to myself. My coworkers joke, and my heart is somewhere stored on a shelf. No, to them I'm just cold, no room for warm feeling. But what they don't know is that for 20 years, I've been healing. Private Eye, David James is my name. Catching bad guys in girls' eyes was my game. Locked in, laser focused, dead set on my tasks. Each night a steak dinner and a different piece of ass. I was not, at the time, the husbandy type. Until one fine evening, made a line, oh, just right. It was a case, like many before. I was sitting drunk and half naked, then a knock on the door. She wore a long coat, black boots and sunglasses, but her ruby red lips were what had me distracted. Her mouth opened to speak, and out came a voice so sweet and so warm I had no other choice. She said, "My name is," and not one more word. I jumped into action before another was heard. I hurdled my desk and touched her lips with my finger. The smell of Cheetos and scotch on my breath there still lingered. Looking back was a look of lust or surprise. Or could it be love that was in her eyes? Something compelled me to throw myself at her. Could this be the one that this lonely soul had been after? All this time wondering, searching, not sure what I was needing. But with her I would settle down. I could see myself breathing. I stood there, now nervous, unsure what to say. This angel was perfect in all kinds of ways. The tension was building, so I grabbed her hips and gently yet firmly, lovingly, laid a kiss upon her lips. A second had passed, and our kiss was through. She took off her sunglasses, and my love for her grew with just gorgeous brown eyes, perhaps unsure how to react. Then I spoke, for these feelings were too strong to hold back. I said, "I'm not sure what I'm feeling, and I think you feel it too. I'll just say it. I love you. Now what do we do?" She stood there still silent, staring down at her feet. She opened her mouth. This time she did speak. She said, "I'm not sure what just happened, but I'd like to ignore it. I came here to say something and I feel it's important. You see, what I wanted to tell you when I walked through the door is that I have the same last name and mother is yours." You probably thought I came here for some help or protection. And can you please do something about your erection? I stood there in shock. I was hurt, quite insulted. I told her to get out and slammed the door to deadbolt it. For the years that would follow, my heart slowly chilled. This dream, quickly birthed, was just the same killed. Now no hope was left to live this life happily. They say love is blind, but it also is family.
Incest poetry. For the third time, the Countess.
Sonnet 3. I don't know why I even try, you guys. So I was in the lobby waiting, right? And suddenly he's there. Gorgeous eyes. And I'm like, damn, love will be mine tonight. I approached him eagerly, reached out to embrace and hold him tight when suddenly he sprints past me with fearful eyes. I shout to him, my love! Holy water douses me! I burn! That prick went straight Buffy on me! Confusion racked my brain and soul. I reached out once more. He threw a fucking steak at me. I dodged. My third row middle guy. I shrieked. My one last shot at love hath fled. But fuck love, you guys. I'll eat you all instead.
Someone outside. So the next, second to last poet we have, I'd like to bring, comes from, straight from the main streets of the ocean, 1851 American Renaissance, to perform What's My Name by Moby Dick, Walter White. Walter White.
Last name Dick. Don't come at me, bro. How? I'll take your friends. I'll kill them quick. I'm a sperm whale, baby. Pay attention to what I said. Don't be confused. It's not all in the head. Keep your mouth running with all that ish. I'll drown, choke, and gag you. Make you my bitch. Open wide, take a deep breath, or it won't just be the sea making you sick. You'll curse my name and fail every attempt. Remember, you wanted this. Be careful what you wish. I'll have you praying, you'll cry, you'll beg, but Ahab, step off or you'll lose more than a leg.
Such a rich feast of poetry tonight. You're so excited to have shared this with us. I don't blame you. Our last performer tonight. I have no words. He's a zombie.
Brains. Brains are brains. Brains are good.
And that's our show.